Mail first. Can't fall behind. Hey. Thomas Sutherland, delivery time, Sam. People get tired of waiting. What kind of portigrades are you getting these days? Can't be easy trying to stand out in all these categories. Cargo condition, delivery volume, bridge link, all that stuff. Couldn't manage it myself. I'd throw up my hands in frustration. I've got one piece of advice for you. Focus on delivery time. That is the one I am the furthest behind at. The most important thing when it comes to making deliveries, after all. How to improve it. Is it the speed? I would say who was it that said that was... cargo condition was the most important. I'd agree with that. I want my stuff in one piece and a bit late, rather than early and kind of banged up. You probably know this already, but in your case, you don't. In case you don't, there's one simple way you can improve your speed. Take the shortest route. Unless that here's the area's infrastructure means that a longer, less direct route will get you there faster. Not so simple after all, eh? You probably got a feel for picking efficient routes already though. Most porters with your experience ought to. By the way, if you're feeling confident about how quickly you can make deliveries, why not try your hand at a premium delivery record? You might even enjoy it. Oh, and it's not just your clients will be happy if you improve your delivery time, your body will be too. As it grows stronger, you'll have more stamina and be able to hold your breath for longer. All sorts of good stuff. Keep at it, Sam. You're going to be the top-ranked porter out there in no time. I just know it. Okay. I tend to, like, pick stuff up, to pick up multiple orders, and just, like, find a path through them rather than, like, do one to a specific location and rush it there. So I'm never the fastest. I think if I were going to not focus on one thing, it would be delivery time. From the Elder. Rebuild the roads, rebuild America. I see them delivery bots are on the prowl again. Guess that means the roads are getting better out there. Used to be the highways and byways running all over back in the day. There was one, the Mother Road some called it. That was the one folks used to follow all the way west, chasing their dreams. Rebuild the roads and you rebuild the dream. Is that it? The old American classic. The belief that success and prosperity are within everyone's reach. Well, I may not be much for your UCA and your plan to rebuild the country, but if you can finally make that work, I'll raise a glass to you, that's for sure. Been doing a bit of roads. They definitely make it a whole lot easier to get from A to B. Which one is the Mother Road? It's not going to be one of the more modern highways. If it was from, like, the Westward expansion, it's going to be one of those that became a small road that traveled east to west. I couldn't imagine what it is, so I'm not going to guess. Thomas S. wants me to find his cube. Cube collecting hero, blah, blah, blah. Northwest of the distribution center, south of Lake Knot City. Mules have got it. Okay. All that I get. I'm not going to read that out. I'm just... He wants me to find another cube. I'll pick up that probably next time at the distribution center. South of Lake Knot. Slaves to the wheat from the Timeport farmer. Interesting phrase you've got there. What do you mean by that? Dear Sam, seems we've grown more wheat than we can harvest. More than a bot could handle, even. Say, have you been making use of that new odor deck feature we shared with you? A friend of ours developed it specifically for us so that we could analyze the soil and choose the best spots to grow wheat. Ours got lost in the terrorist attack on Middle Knot City, though. We can definitely vouch for how useful it was. Be sure to give it a try if you haven't already. Is that the counter scan he's talking about? Anywho, we've been doing some light reading to try and figure out what to do with our bumper crop. It turns out the history of wheat is really quite fascinating. Did you know it was originally a strain of grass native to the Middle East? Yes, I did, actually. That's right. Turns out it wasn't until our ancestors began to cultivate it that it really came into its own. It turned hunters into farmers overnight and changed the evolution of mankind. Homo sapiens settled down in one place and stockpiled food rather than chasing it all over creation, and with stability came society, culture, religion, and all courtesy of little old wheat. But it wasn't a one-way street. No, wheat made out like a bandit. That obscure Middle Eastern grass wound up spreading to all corners of the globe. You could even say it was wheat that used us, not the other way around. In fact, some scholars say just that we became slaves to wheat. What do you think about that, Are we about to become slaves all over again? I sure hope not. No, we grew the wheat. The wheat doesn't have any autonomy or ability to think for itself or to spread. It's only spreading because we want it to spread. It's working for us. We're the ones with the... we have autonomy over the wheat. It's fairly simple. It's like, yes, yeah, we've done a lot to spread it around, but that's because we wanted that, because it makes our lives easier, or at least it makes society more viable. Larger populations and such. It actually made life really shit for a while. There's a period following the hunter-gatherer period of human culture, and the sort of big civilizations, called the early agrarian period, which is really small cities, townships that were reliant on subsistence farming, and nutrition went off a cliff. You know, people weren't... If you're just eating wheat and bread, you're not getting all the nutrition you were getting from picking, you know, berries or fruits or root vegetables or whatever out of forests, or killing animals and eating the meat. If you're not doing as much of that, the nutrition just went off a cliff. Infant mortality rates skyrocketed. The early agricultural period sucked for the people who had lived in the prehistoric sort of caveman era, the hunter-gatherer era. It worked out in the long run, in my opinion. Dear Sam, another long day on the road, I'll wager. Well, you know what soothes the mind, body, and soul after a hard day's work. A delicious draught of Timefall Porter. We finally got to brewing up a batch of beer, which I took back with me. You familiar with porter? It's an English ale that's been made since the 1700s. Is it? Yeah, I wouldn't know that. Of course I wouldn't. It was popular with the couriers who used to deliver loads up and down the Thames, hence the name. And the other part, well, I don't think I have to explain that. It's crafted with the finest, fastest-growing wheat under the Timefall. So, Mr. Legendary Porter, why not put your feet up and enjoy a tall glass of your namesake? And don't just think of this at the end of it. We'll be baking bread and cooking pizzas before you know it, just you wait. Well, somebody's cooking pizzas. I now wonder where they've been getting the dough to make the pizza I gave to... What is his name? Englet. Are you advertising to me, by the way? Timefall Farmer? Kick back with some Timefall. Yeah, okay. I've got Timefall now forever. I've just got... That's just what I've got. Rather than energy drink. Right. Bunch of likes from that. Let's check on the BB and then we'll run out to Port Knot and... You doing alright? Hey there. What's his problem? Huh. That didn't give me a BB looks happy. He doesn't seem happy. Try that again. Hey there. Oh, what's wrong? What's up? It doesn't tell me, but he's having a different reaction, and that makes me uncomfortable. Something gone wrong? Alright. We're back in the eastern region, and we're heading back up to the distribution center first, and then over to Capital Knot City, if I don't have anything to do... Well, I'm looking for something to do with the factory. It's fundamentally what I want to do here. It's Christmas.
I've got a present for you, Lisa. Oh, Cliff, you shouldn't have.
And when he's talking to himself as well, he's going a little bit, eccentric.
What could it be?
Giving presents to his still wife.
Oh, look. It's a beanie. Lovely.
Oh, he's just really sad.
Oh, what about you, little one?
He's even doing the voice.
Would you like me to open it?
Hideo Kojima asked one of the finest actors in the world to do a Santa voice.
Oh,
And Mads is bringing his A game, by the way.
what do we have?
He's killing it.
A spaceman.
Yeah, I've seen that somewhere before.
Gotta give my buddy his present too.
Oh, what?
Won't be needing this anymore. I'm done fighting. You're all that matters to me now. So I'm gonna stay right here with you. My friend will know what to do with this one.
A revolver.
Well, Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
That made me really uncomfortable for some reason. That guy is clearly not fully stable. I worry about what he might do. Bunch of people have used roads. Well, I built 2 roads, so yeah. Lots of people are pleased with me. Which pleases me. Alright, we have no orders for Sam up here. Alright, back in the eastern region. Precious artworks, retrieve precious artworks from the mule camp there. That would be up from near the factory. Or deliver 128 kilograms, well, how did I pronounce it? Kilograms of resins to the distribution center. I have to come back to Port Knot. I should accept this. I think I'm going to go up to that. That's the factory. I think I'm going to go up to that. I'm going to accept this so long as... But I'm not going to do it immediately. I'm going to accept it and hold on to it. And if I have to go up to the factory to snoop around a bit more, I can do that and the retrieval at the same time. Now you want precision medical instruments for the way station. I'm not going to the way station. Alright, let's get these resins, and I'll accept this, but I'll do it later. And the recovery. Let's accept these 2 orders. Now, I have nothing on me at present, so let's have 1 ladder, 1 climbing anchor, 1 level 2 PCC. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. Give me 4, so give me an extra 2. I want a level 2 bowler gun. These should be good. I should have my boots on me, and I want 2 sets of thematic grenades. Because I left everything I had back in... Oh, I can actually pick up somebody else's bike, but I'm not going to. That's actually significant. I can't, no, I can't carry everything. Okay, no, I can carry everything, just about. It's gonna be a pain in the ass getting everything up to the distribution center, especially considering I'm at the bottom of a valley.
Order assigned.
Maybe I should steal someone's bike.
Have a pleasant journey.
Alright, my plan is, as I said, primarily just to... Yeah, ranked event. Primarily just to get to the distribution center. See if the mission at the... Is that the factory, or is the factory up here? I'll find out either way I can do this at some point. The factory actually might be further... I might have picked the wrong place. I can do that in any case. I remember where that is. It's not in the place I thought it was. Okay, never mind me. There is the factory, I believe. That little sort of weird dimple in the landscape. So... there is timefall around here. Alright, and there will be timefall in my way. There's... I think always... Yeah, it's a grayed out area. we got the wind farm, we got 2 areas here that haven't actually been... And 3. No, that's part of Port Nord. Why does that go all the way out there? By the way, what's with this? What kind of gerrymandering are you doing here? There's something here. And there's also something here, I think. Might have a look in on that. Okay, well, first of all, I gotta find a way back up. I am, as I say, at the bottom of a valley, and, well, it might be a bit of a difficult trek given the weight. Now, this is the way I came down. I can probably just follow it up. Ideally without falling over. I'll get this done. I'll probably spare you the trek unless something happens. But it'll be a lot of me trying to move a absolute load of resins halfway across the map. So, until we get to probably what I think was the BT area at the top here. If nothing happens before then, I'll see you up at the top. Sheesh, what a slog up there. There's some seriously vertical climbs here, and we're back in the timefall. I did realize halfway up that I could have used a floating carrier, but didn't make one. But never mind. Special alloys to the distribution center. I can't really carry anything more. Now, what are we looking at in terms of timefall? It is not going away. It's just best to push through it, I think. So I'm not going to wait at this timefall shelter. Timefall storms will degrade cargo containers more quickly than ordinary showers, further increasing risk of damage. Items not stored in containers will also deteriorate. Avoid them if possible. Is this a timefall storm? And there's the... Okay, how do I detect timefall storms? This is apparently a storm, not just rainfall. How do I know the difference? It looks exactly the same. Or at least I haven't noticed. Is there lightning? Apparently I'm not allowed to pass time in the timefall shelter here. Probably because it's a BT area. Okay. Better prime up the hematic grenades. And drink some energy drink. Right, let's get a move on. Carefully. Now, let's check something. Cargo. Container damage is at 7%. These are getting slowly degraded. But that should be fine for now. I don't think this is a storm. I think it's just telling me about storms. I don't know how I know if I was in a storm, if it just looked like regular timefall. That's far enough away. I'm not going to bother holding my breath just yet. I'm following basically my previous footsteps down here, which it has recorded. I can keep around them. Do you know about me? No. No, wrong one. Hold breath. Let's move this way. I'm pretty much just retracing my steps all the way back. I think they did notice me. Where is it? It's over there somewhere. There's my footsteps. You have to scan to see them. They'll go away after a while. Over there.
Pretty fucking scary.
Yep. It's not pleasant. Okay, I got away from them for now. The ones I destroyed on my way in still seem to be destroyed. There's nothing directly in my path. If I hold my previous footsteps, it'll just be the walk the way I came with all the BTs that aren't... that were dead. No longer there. There's one directly in front of me. I just don't want to have to spend hematic grenades if I don't have to. Yeah, well, that's not an option. You are gonna have to go. And I'll collect up your chiral crystals. Because why waste it? Scan up. I've lost my trace. I've lost my track. No, I've caught it back up again. I think it's too far away to be a problem. Let's grab these chiral crystals. Oh god, the way it sort of snaps left and right. Container damaged. Yeah. It's like it's panicking. We've got another one ahead of me. Alright, close enough. You're gonna have to go. You're a big one. This might not put you down. Still there. Yep, that one needed 2. Some of them require either 50 or 75 milliliters of Sam's blood to put down. That guy, you can tell by his... girth. Let's go with girth. I wasn't going to, but let's be honest. Okay, containers are now ruined. That was going to happen. He was going to take a little bit more than one. I lost him. This one should be a single grenade. That sounded like a horse. What was that noise? Did you hear that whinny? Alright. Grab the chiral crystals. There's more down here as well. I can't really afford to fall over. Oh, there's more in front of me. I'm running... I'm about to lose a box of... That one. That was 119 CGs of chiral crystals. No, which one is... There's hold my breath. I'm gonna need energy. Now. We must be almost past it. I think that's it. As long as I don't fall over. I could take the Joker's bike here. But I'm trying to avoid using anyone else's vehicles. Barring, you know, the trucks that I keep stealing from the mules. They don't count. I mean online vehicles. I wanna use only my own vehicles when feasible. Now this Timefall shelter will be good. So I'm gonna use it to heal up all my stuff, my containers, just as I'm about to exit the Timefall. And we got through. 3 likes from BB. He looks relieved and happy. And And that repairs all of my containers. Good. That's a very nice bit of kit you've got there. Like, very useful. Just everything at once. You don't even have to spend the container repair spray. Is it hypocritical of me to not use certain elements like the vehicles, but to make absolute use of those timefall shelters to heal up all my stuff at a moment's notice? Is that hypocrisy? Or is it just pragmatism? Like, I can choose to get on or off a vehicle. I can't really choose not to walk past a generator or under a timefall shelter if I'm going in that direction and it's in my way. I mean, I could have chosen to have gone past that. Maybe I should just, like, I'd have to turn off other player structures, and it would make the game more difficult, but it would also mean that I was almost refusing to engage with the online aspects of this game, which is a substantial part of it. But there are certain things that seem too easy, like using someone else's bike just there. It just seems convenient, and because you can imagine people going around, even the locals going around, and look how many bridges there are around here these days. You can imagine them like dropping off generators and timefall shelters and bridges and whatever just around the place. But a bike, they wouldn't leave their bike behind. That's too precious. Alright, that was a fun little thing. Oh. I want to look at this place. This valley is... I've forgotten how actually really quite lovely this particular valley was. The east has a very different, like... I wouldn't call it a different biome, but it does have a different sort of... It's the grasslands, the sort of valley and almost alpine aspect of the eastern region, as opposed to the more cragland aspect of the central region. I'll get these chiral crystals. That big deposit there is very tempting. I'm going to go out of my way to get it.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? 125. That's the biggest deposit I think I've picked up. I may build my own bike. Here at the distribution center if I have the opportunity. See, this one is like, is straight up Benjamin Hancock's bridge. Oh, it's his bike. I still here, still in one piece, but barely.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be lost until departure. Car decontaminating suit.
Alright.
All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
That was fun. We got the resins up here. Next time use the floating carrier if I've got a really heavy job. That's what the floating carrier is for. Drop them off. In fact, I might make a floating carrier here. Hey, Hancock.
The legend returned.
That actually fits really nicely now that I have returned east.
Sizable haul by the look of it.
This one was by hand. I've already got 5 out of 5 with the distribution center, but hey. Bots have completed deliveries. And that was the bot delivery with the medals. That's done the thing. Alright, I'm just skipping past and getting all my points for bridge link. Yep, all looks fine.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Hancock.
Good work. New order available.
Good. Good. There is orders for Sam. Cryptobio delivery for capital, not city. Alright, yes, I can do this. It's actually specific. Wind farm with emergency fuel. There's 60 kilos of forest soil samples for capital, not, as well as the specific cryptobio delivery. Do not submerge. Interesting. Alright, let's take the... Well, we'll go to capital, not city, and we'll see if there's anything to do with the factory up there. And if not, I'll just buzz back west, and we'll head back to the central region. Let's accept that order. And what I'll make a reverse trike. Just a regular reverse trike. Just because it's fairly flat terrain and easy to traverse. And, you know, let's speed this up a little bit. We don't need a long range for this location. Change color scheme. Okay, I need a different color scheme for out west. For out east, sorry. So how about... a wolf grey. Not with the green. If I had a darker red. Grey and black. Let's go with that look out here. Confirm that. That's not too much. Okay, I'll pick up the cryptobio delivery as well. My own bike. For use only in the eastern region. You can't bring them across. I've got one in the west central region, one in the eastern region. I have not been to the western region, so stop trying to say it.
This is a somewhat unusual order. You're going to want to review the key points in the summary.
Yeah, don't get this wet. I got it. I don't intend to be driving through any lakes. I gotta be careful about that, though. There is a few deltas. Yeah. I want that.
That's a breathable container, remember? For its passengers' sake, don't immerse it in water.
Doesn't mean I can't get water near it, I just can't, like, actually drive so the container is underwater. So not to anything too deep, but I'm...
Delivery parameters updated. Time
Okay. Let's go. We got 30 minutes. We should be able to make it.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Character figurines for the Ludens fan. I'm gonna grab these because I think the Ludens fan is around here somewhere. I think that's one of the grey areas that exists around here. So I'm gonna pick that up and I might go deliver that off if I run into this dude. I can't really stop to... But let's just head straight to Capital. Ah, damn it. Really? There's a BT area here now? Wait, how long is that? Oh yeah, I remember. No. There's the Ludens fan. Think I can make a stop before I get back to Capital? Is it worth... I've got 30 minutes. Damn it, I wish it hadn't been a timed thing. I could come back for him, though. It seems easier to come back for him, return his character figurines. Now, I buzzed past the BTs previously. Are there bridges further up the river? There might be. I might turn around and go wide. Take the... this is not... It's just annoying. I don't want to drive through the BTs. Okay, I've got 30 minutes. 30 minutes isn't a very short amount of time, really. So let's go wide around the BTs. I don't really feel like riding through them. I can and I have, but, you know, the possibilities that that could go badly wrong are substantial. Someone delivered my generator near the way station. Okay. I'm doing what I said I wouldn't do, but I'm impatient now. Damn it. That's seriously unnerving. I didn't think they'd be back. Okay, got through. He gave me a thumbs up. Let's get out of this weather. I thought it'd only be on one side of the river. I do remember them being on that side of the river, but they went away afterwards. And now the mule camp. Good, 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 good. Everything's going my way. Now, I'm past the loot. He's in the BT area. I'll go back for him. I will go meet that guy. It was mentioned in the comments that I'd gone past the Ludens fan. Gohan661 was terribly disappointed in me. I must have gone right past him at some point. I couldn't imagine where at the time because I didn't know there were any preppers east of Central. But there are 2 preppers. Thus explaining those 2 grey areas, or undetected areas, whatever, in the eastern region. So I want to at least do the Ludens fan, probably go see if I can get a peek at the other guy.
Okay, there you go, speed demon.
Oh god, how deep is this? I don't know. Might leave my bike here and take the rest on foot. I don't want to drive into the water and accidentally drown these cryptobiotes. I might have to come back for the bike.
Stretch my legs.
Get on the ladder, man. I was expecting him to snap a bit better to it. Alright, we're leaving our bike behind for the time being. We'll sleep at Capital, by the way, to refill the stamina bar that is depleted. How are we doing in terms of time? Orders. Urgent. Remaining? Elapsed. I've only elapsed less than 5 minutes. I got 25 minutes to go the rest of the way. I'm gonna be fine. It's too bad Actually, you know what? This makes me think of something. You know what? I don't have to leave my bike behind. If I store the cryptobiotes here, go back, get my bike, cross the river, and now convinced that I won't drown the cryptobiotes, I can have my bike and risk the water at the same time. I was gonna say I could have my bike and eat it too, but I chose to be the bigger man. That would have been fine anyway. But, you know, better safe than sorry. And it's further up now. Those smaller streams shouldn't be much deeper than that, so it shouldn't be a problem. Oh, it's another bit of music. Does it know I'm going to the capital? There may be another BT area around here. I've got another trail I'll follow. Just break off here. and hug inland. I don't want to go too far down to the coast because I know there are a few BTs down there, or there were at least once or twice before. On the other hand, I might not be able to make it down from here. No. Never mind. Back around and down. And apparently they're not here. Whatever, they were just not here this time. I don't know what determines when they're going to be waiting for you or not. Just gotta be careful around here. Find the shortest path through the rivers. Oh shit. Not what I wanted to do. Really not what I wanted to do. Trike's battery is running out. I should get there before it's a problem. There's a generator here anyway. Trying to like this thing, but there's a rock in my way. You have to get really up close. I can't just, like, look at it. Speed up. Oh, this does actually get a move on if you boost it. Wow.
Scanning bridges ID. Welcome to capital, not city. Proceed to distribution center.
A lot faster than the truck, at least on first inspection. I didn't make any new container repair spray. I'm pretty sure... Crap. Thank you. I don't think I have it. No, I don't have any container repair spray. I better get some of that here. Finally did this job. Hello, Nick Easton. Been a while. All the way back to the coast. All the way back to the Atlantic.
Decontaminating suit. All clear.
From New Mexico, it turned out that the Timefall farm was in New Mexico, to what is, I believe, Pennsylvania is where Capital Knot City is located. Not a bad trek. Though admittedly I did teleport a significant portion of the way, which is kind of cheating.
Welcome back, Sam Bridges. Always a pleasure. Thanks for the delivery. Well, Sam Bridges does it again. Cryptobio should be fine. Much obliged.
You're welcome. Got it done in 10 minutes. Didn't want to take a... premium delivery on that one. That I didn't even check, admittedly. I wonder what happens if I get full stars with the capital.
Okay, safe travels.
Thanks.
There's something different about you. Can't quite put my finger on what. But I swear, I'm not imagining.
Not sure how to take that.
New order available.
No orders for Sam. Standard orders, tranquilizers. Huh. Prototype ship motors back to Port Knot. Chiral network stabilizers. How quickly do you need this? 45 minutes up to the way station. I think I can manage that somehow. Alright. I don't know whether to even bother going all the way back to Port Knot City or Fragile jumping from inside here. I was really hoping there would be something else to do with that factory. I'm sure there's something more there. Alright. Rested the private room. Then we'll get on to Ludens fan. I'll probably head back to Port Knot. There was another area between the distribution center and Port Knot, I think. Somewhere up in the hills. Near where I have to recover the elements from. I might just pop in and see what's what over there. Even if I don't have anything for them. But I've got something for the Ludens fan. Mail from... To the man who delivers I'm sorry, from Nick Easton. Alright. I'll bite. What are you sorry about? Is it that weird thing you said about me being different? Not sure if that's necessarily an insult, just seemed a bit strange. Sorry for calling you a newbie last time. You're Sam Bridges, a freaking living legend. Yeah, I can't quite get the, figure out what Sam Bridges is, either a legend or a noob. He seems to be both at the same time. I was there, talking to you, like this was your first day on the job. Deadman was none too happy about me treating like this was your first rodeo. Man, do I feel like a dumbass. If you're the one helping us expand the network from coast to coast, we're in safe hands for sure. Guess the day America rises from the ashes might not be so far off after all. So you remember Bridges before you were a reporter, and now you're back in this shit after what, 10 years? Suppose that means you outrank me, though I reckon you're not the type to care about all that. Out of curiosity, have you been using your private room to kick back and relax while listening to some music? The director asked us to hook you up with some tracks from Low Roar. Said there's no better way to unwind after a hard day. If you like that sort of thing, I mean, I gotta be honest, Low Roar just, it's not the kind of music I listen to. It's not bad, it's just not my thing. I checked them out myself, and I have to say he knows what he's talking about too. Really got the juices flowing, oxytocin too. No, it's not really doing anything for me, that band. There's a couple of okay bits, but not really. Yada yada yada. Okay, so I think Low Roar's a real band. But I don't know if the songs were commissioned for the game or they're just tracks that Hideo Kojima threw into this, or the Death Stranding team bought the rights to use, or whether there was actually a series of songs made specifically for the game and probably released as a separate album. But of the music that's played, I have to say that Low Roar's probably my least favorite of them. Just, sorry, not really, just kind of doesn't, I don't. Go for it. I don't even know precisely what I don't like about it, it's just not for me. I'll let some energy up, since I'm going to be going back through a BT area, and we'll... Yeah, skip. Okay, we're up 20%. Might as well check on BB again. Certain things seem to, activate bits and pieces.
Hey there.
What's this new reaction? BB looks happy. Apparently that's just him looking happy. I wouldn't have said so. Alright. We'll pick up delivery for Port Knot. I'll probably go back to Port Knot. I'll pick up those... I think I've got to do that retrieval for port knot anyway. So I think that's basically all I'm doing. That cargo... Sorry, not cargo, orders. That's going back to port knot. Alright, I'll take an order to port knot. I'll drop this lost cargo up at the Ludens fan. I'll see what that other guy is about. So, fragile. Yeah, I'll be careful with them. To Victor Frank, and I'll just accept that. By the way, make another set of hermetic grenades. Container repair spray. And confirm. That should be okay. And speaking of container repair spray, I'd probably better repair up the Ludens fan's box. Because his looks pretty banged up.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Thank you. Now, I think I've got 2 boxes to take to port knot that are fragile. I might leave them attached to the bike so they don't accidentally get damaged. Wrong one. Put that away. Cargo. I want to drop off the character figurines and offload. Still doing it. Then, container repair spray. Heal this up. To full. And pop that away. Back to cargo. Order arrange. Confirm. There we go. Now, the bike should be fine. Come on. I was in the middle of holding it down. The open cargo menu. I'm going to put on the prototype motors onto the reverse trike. They shouldn't get damaged there. I saw them light up red, but I don't know if that was the case. Okay. What? What's going on? That one. Sorry, I was taking it off my bike. I got confused. Don't worry about me. I'm fine now. Hopefully they shouldn't get damaged. I thought I saw the bands light up. Like they had been damaged. Alright, now on to, first and foremost, you. Can I see you on my... What's the best way to get to him? Past the Mule Center. He's up there in the hills somewhere. How did I miss him? I went past him several times. Must be a real hidden way. Or I'm blind. Now that's by the way, here, if I switch to regional map, that's this section here. Then there's someone else up here, way off. Come on. These are fragile components, and I am bashing this about. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't count unless they get hit directly.
I wonder if anyone's watching.
Let's hope there are no BTs around here. I don't really like driving past them. I'm always worried I'm going to run slap bang into them. Oh dear. There are absolutely going to be BTs around here again. Damn it. They weren't there a second ago. I know the bike's concerned. I'm going anyway. Damn it all. Where? I'll go wide and inland. I think I skirted around the edge of that BT area. That's concerning. Yeah. Don't like that. That's for the way station. I should have been scanning for more stuff in case he's got anything else he wants to pick up. Any other equipment. And now we're in a mule camp. There, he's past it, so let's hold... Yeah, hello. Don't worry about me. I didn't try counter-scanning. Forgot. Yeah, go on. What are you gonna do? Run after me? If I need to, I'll get off and bowl with them, but... There he is up there. There's something else for him. I already picked this up. It's in the same place it was before. But it's a different thing. It was also figurines back then. Now it's old magazines. I know. Don't worry about it. That was I should be more careful. The momentum is a little... I mentioned this earlier. I'm not used to dealing with... I'm used to letting go of the forward movement button and the character just stops moving. Just some random ceramics. That's off the chiral network. I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna park just below here, and I'll take the rest on foot. Feels like it's just gonna be more difficult. More trouble than it's worth. Oh yeah, probably shouldn't leave my cargo. Hold up. Grip up, grip up. Come on, slow down. I can leave my bike behind. Let's not leave this stuff on the bike. Come on. Just in case. Alright, that's a bit better. The bike I'm not too worried about. The cargo, especially fragile cargo, I want to make sure I'm dealing with personally. There you are, right up in the frickin' middle of nowhere. Right. That is the... Scanning
bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified.
Fragile Express. Would he not have spoken to me if I hadn't gotten the thing from Fragile when I traveled to the Central? That is the logo. I was trying to remember where I recognize that from the intro sequence. It's Hideo Kojima's company logo. The guy in the spacesuit. And I think it's also the little doll that Mads Mikkelsen has shown us. And I've seen somewhere else as well. Hello. Is that who Ludens is? That character? Yeah, I've got some lost cargo. Character figurines and some old magazines. Presumably all featuring Ludens, whom you are a fan of. Ludens fan initially sounded like an object, not a person. Not a fan of Ludens, but the Ludens brand style of fan.
You the delivery dude? Oh, that's a relief. I just about about giving up on you.
I had
How
to.
you do it. I really don't. Respect, man. Seriously? Respect.
Okay, I was expecting him to go on a tirade about Ludens and why he's such a massive fan. Like, what is the relevance here? Is he a character in this universe? I just figured it was a brand. But clearly it is. It's now been referenced multiple times. 2 stars.
About time I hopped on the whole chiral network bandwagon, am I right? Join the UCA and all that. You can help me do that, yeah?
Yes, I can. Alright, we're just doing this. I didn't get any missions for this guy. No deliveries directly for him. I just happened to pick up some lost cargo for him. I didn't even notice that little, like, dot was even part of it. New strand established. Ludens fan has joined the UCA. I was expecting him to be in a... Ludens fan has provided the new hologram data. Nendoroid Jumbo Ludens. Alright.
Oh, thank you, Sam. Hey, take care out there. Hate for this to be the last time we meet, you know? So, I'm gonna need a moment to look over what you brought me. But I'll hit you back via mail after. Promise. Hey, I'm hoping maybe you can help me out again. Don't want to be weird, but I feel you and I might have like a connection or something.
What do you mean? What are you implying, sir?
New order available. Please access
A connection? Of what regard? Alright. Microorganisms found in the BT area. Delivery watches with Ludens logo. Fine. Yeah, well, you are the Ludens fan. I suppose I'll take this down to the port knot. And you want T-Rex model stolen by mules back the way I'm not going. So no, I'll just take this one and head down to Port Knot City since I'm going there anyway. Might as well drop this off. And that's it. I'm leaving the wind farm out to dry. I'm sorry about that. But you're never where I'm going. Head out. Once I get back to Port Knot, I'm moving back to the central region. Well, I've done the thing. Yeah, that's probably, I've probably seen the hologram, which is where I've seen that figure before.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Thank you for your, oh, wrong way. I am actually gonna do, here. Thank you. Oh, someone else has left their bike here.
Thanks for that.
They've had the same idea I've had,
This one's for you.
presumably. And they've gone with the pink and green style. Fair play to them, I wouldn't be able to pull that off.